Wrestling 13. Let's go ahead and get the shit started. My name's Yaka666. Yeah, just go into it, yo.
Whitey.
Fucking do it!
I'm nobody.
Thank you.
Whitey.
AYT.
We
got two.
The dog.
Go ahead and get the bad boy started. You know what we're gonna start on first. Impact Wrestling.
Yeah, since in the weeks following Russo's stepping down, the show has gotten amazingly better. The ratings hadn't changed, but the show has gotten better.
Because of TNA still.
Well, yeah.
TNA Impact, same damn thing. Shit. Let's talk about the unrusso. How's the unrussoing process been going?
It's been going great. There hasn't been too many heel changes. He was finally turned face because he's been heel for the whole year and the summer last year. So it's about time.
Man.
It's about time he turns face.
That's good, those long heels.
Yeah, because that's something TNA wasn't used to.
TNA,
Impact Wrestling wasn't
Kurt
used
Angle's
to.
going to be heel in January. And then in March, we'll make a face. And 2 weeks later in March,
hey, one thing Russo is
April, that's when we going to change the game. Turn him heel.
Except for one thing Russo is still happening.
What's up?
Matches are still in an asshole-ish way.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I mean, I think it's the last call. He got kicked out the cage. He lose the match that way.
Yeah, and due to one of their classic refs getting knocked out during the end of the match.
Wait.
Classic TNA.
I mean, he barely gets hit.
This is why I say that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Because it looked like it was just set up for James Storm to come home and take the belt from Rude after waiting for what? I don't know how many months it was. 6 months. Waited that long to get a rematch, and it looked like it was just set up for him to just take the title from Rude. I'm glad they kept it on Rude.
And then what they do? They pictured it out of his hands. That's what the fuck they did. They pictured that bitch out of his
Not giving
hands.
Storm a rematch after that was just kind of stupid.
That was really
Yeah,
stupid.
that was really stupid.
Eventually, Storm should have took the belt from Rude, and I still think he should take the belt from Rude. Because otherwise, who else they gonna do it? They just throwing random people at Rude.
Who's it gonna be now?
Jeff Hardy.
Jeff Hardy.
So Hardy's
again.
next.
Yeah.
Wasn't the RVD last time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the?
RVD was just given a random title shot
Just
though.
making no
Yeah,
sense.
Okay. All right. Why the hell is it Jeff and not Anderson?
Because TNA is stupid and they don't make any sense.
Because I'm pretty sure I wasn't watching at the time, but Jeff and Rude already fought for the title. I think twice.
Yeah,
So they're gonna do it a third time and Anderson get no shot?
yeah. Because of this fight, because of this open fight night thing Hulk has, it kind of BS the Anderson out.
So he gonna fight him on the third?
No, he ain't gonna fight him this Thursday. The reason why Hardy is facing him is due to the open fight night thing.
No.
Yeah, because they had a match and Hardy won, of course, because it was written that way.
I'm saying, but this Thursday is open fight night, so
Yeah, every night is open fight night. Every night, even on the pay-per-view.
no, open fight night they do once a month.
Oh yeah, you're right. So I don't think it's gonna be this Thursday.
No, it's this Thursday the open fight night. Cause last week they had qualified and all that bullshit.
Yeah,
I
you're
didn't
right.
watch it last
Yeah,
week.
you're right. It'll probably be open.
I
fight
just
night.
seen the little promo set up for it.
But no, I don't think they're having. No, they're not having it today. Not today.
Rude defending the title, not that much.
Yeah.
I just remember. Rude is defending the title this Thursday.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So it probably gets Hardy.
Yeah, it's probably against Hardy.
Okay, as long as they ain't at the pay-per-view. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah, all right. And
Don't forget about Eric.
and oh yeah, he got something happened to him. He's gone now, and let me see what else is went
You
down.
can't say his name on live
Yeah,
TV.
you can't say his name on live TV.
We apologize. We forgot.
No, we don't say it. I don't say it anyway because this show's uncensored, so shit.
Okay. Never mind that.
You don't say that shit
I can
anyway.
say bitch. I haven't said it in a while.
Yeah.
One time, only reason AT even mentioned say fuck him. Fuck. I didn't like him in WWE. I don't like him now. Fuck.
The TNA knockouts have kind of gotten stale because I've seen the same 5 for 4 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
There's no Mickey James. I don't know what happened to ODB. Oh yeah, I know what happened to ODB. Yeah, she got married. And, you know all that other weird shit.
No, she got married by herself. She's bringing Eric Young along for the ride. That's all it
I
is.
kind of like Gail Kim.
Occupy ODB.
Gail Kim title reign though, right?
Yeah.
I think I like it because she healed the time. Every time she done it before, she was faithful.
Yeah, Gail Kim actually got married.
So,
Yeah.
So,
I hate the Crimson angle though.
Yeah.
Undefeated Crimson, even though I've lost tag matches.
How many times has that been
Joe
done?
like that too though. Joe lost triple threat matches and
It's just
he
dumb.
wasn't pinned, so they said he was.
But Joe and freaking Madness is a pretty good tag team.
Oh yeah, that's a great. Too bad they lost the title.
it's time for old boy.
But they were a good tag team though. While it happened.
Yeah, that's right.
We all know who's hitting the road now.
He's
Ric Flair, man.
Oh yeah, Ric Flair. He's done too.
How dare you name him, call him Ric Flair? His name is G-O-D.
God.
God. God.
Yes.
God.
To you all, just plain God is getting released from TNA because they're sick of him and he's sick of them because of too many bar incidents.
No, they won't pick up his tab.
Oh yeah, they won't pick up his tab. He's had too. He inappropriately touched a woman at the Hard Rock Cafe.
Yep,
That woman should be lucky to be touched by God.
See, him and Herman Cain will get along great.
Oh.
Dangly parts.
Oh, come on, man. Too soon, man. Too soon. 999 does not mean yes, 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 okay? Oh my God.
So due to too
Unless
many
you believe no means
bar,
yes.
Some people do.
So due to too many bar incidents and a groping incident at the Hard Rock, and
And no show.
You can't release God. It ain't gonna work.
Hey, the Broncos traded his son.
Oh, come on now. Come on.
Austin Aries.
Got re-signed for another year.
Yes.
So that means the highlight of TNA is still there.
Hold on.
Just a year?
Yeah.
His other contract was for a year.
Yeah, of course it's just you. They ain't got no money. Look at their paying. They're paying.
I'll tell you. I mean, if they just release Christian Hemme and drag some random Brown off the street to do the exact same thing for way cheaper,
Oh, you must understand. You must understand. Dixie Carter is trying to make sure you don't have to give it up when she run out of money.
Hold on. Vince, once again, you missed out on the biggest free agent. Really?
Yeah.
I mean, but losing started TNA ain't that big because eventually they come to that.
Yeah.
But no, of course they only.
But another year you have to wait.
Of course they only
But
signed
he
him to
could
1
be
year.
pushing another wrestler right then.
Because it's TNA here. They pay a woman to say someone's name, which I'm pretty sure she had to do to get that money. They pay her $175,000 a year, and they're paying some ancient dude, Hulk Hogan.
I mean,
like millions. I think it's near $1 million. They're paying him. I think that's what Steiner said, of course.
But
Dixie
Steiner-
Carter,
Dixie
they took
Carter-
it. Come here. They got. I mean, nobody got that money because they kicked God out. So they freed up on cap space.
I mean,
Cap space, man. Shit.
Dixie Carter can go walk in the Hooters and pay one of those girls to do the same thing
Yeah, for
Christian
cheaper.
Hemme doing for whatever they making in tips.
The only reason Christian is making that much because is high on it, like Vince was on the Bella Twins, and I hate it.
Well,
No, she's dropping to her knees a lot. That's nice. Yeah.
Powerbomb, yeah.
Oh yeah,
That power
was
TNA every week.
If any of you
I mean, there's a lot
have,
of things you can say about Austin Aries. You can really man up a limb, man.
if you've never seen it, people go look up the video. He got if you've never seen a 3-step one hop last ride, you guys need to check that out.
That was
awesome. That was great.
Bully Ray last ride him.
Yeah,
What's
as close to it as he can get. Yeah.
What's this crap? What was it like last month? They released some trading cards.
Oh yeah, last month,
my
and
God.
man, I went to their Facebook page, and these were TNA fans, not to mind you.
Boy,
Man, some of the stuff they write was so funny. One comment went, "Oh, I summoned my blue eyes white Kurt Angle with a attack mode."
I played the trap card Russo.
Russo flip.
And one comment also read, "Oh, you can't play Magic with TNA trading cards because once they tap, you lose."
That was a pretty funny
Oh
shit.
man, that was fun.
So they see they'll never win with action figures, so they went for trading cards.
I was saying we can make a scenario about all sorts of scenarios right now. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you play your God card, Ric Flair or whatever, in defense mode. As long as he remains in defense, he's invincible and shit. Then you play the magic card release from contract, and then you stack it with freaking bar fight and groping.
Do you stack it with bar tab and drunk groping? You activate those.
I'm gonna get my contract.
And you exceed something to contract release.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'd use a knockout deck personally.
That would be awesome. But
Break a bitch.
yeah,
Oh yeah, the open fight. Now that's it.
I still don't get that.
I don't
get
get-
they're really doing it, putting on camera with somebody challenging somebody.
Yeah, and it isn't working out too well. But I like
It does
what
not make it
I
sense.
like what
Yeah,
Hulk
because
Hogan.
it's about Hulk Hogan, not about
I like
everybody
what
else.
Hulk Hogan did with the TV title though. Devon has to defend it every week on television, so that's good. That's good. I like that. That makes sense. That's
That's
the
what the
best
TV
thing
title is supposed to be.
Yeah, it wasn't 3 months when it was created though, but
That was because
actually no, not 3 months. It wasn't for the year they had it around.
Because that
though.
was the Legends title. Before it was the television title.
Legend title,
And then it was the global title.
Yeah.
Then it was the
See,
television
the Legends
title.
style was never the same when the man who made it.
And
perfect
then
left.
some of the
But the
storylines.
T,
that- I mean,
left,
the-
yeah,
and
it's fucking-
TNA has lost a lot. Still hasn't regained logic, but some of their storylines are funny, such as calling Bubba Ray or Bully Ray Calzilla. That's one of the most hilarious things I've ever
How's
seen.
that? How's that?
Do you know who I am?
Do you know who I am? Bro, like, what the hell?
See, I'm not gonna see if you're in the ring with me, that means you're a star. And I'm not making you a star anymore, Devon.
I like the overhaul they did with his character though. It's
Yeah,
really,
I like the
really-
character.
Oh, one
Very
thing
funny.
took him away from Diva. He's the one who actually
Yeah.
went and did something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
How about Hulk Hogan keeping it in the family?
Oh yeah, Brooke being hired by TNA. She
Oh,
To
just
yeah.
do what?
She
To do what?
She used to help develop the knockouts and to use her
No, she's not.
insider
They
knowledge
didn't
to
say
get
that.
better theme songs for people.
They didn't
because
say
of-
that for the knockouts. Please tell me they didn't say that.
Yes,
that
they
was,
did.
That was not
That
in the
is not a
paragraph.
joke.
That was
Are
not
you-
in that
are you
paragraph.
That
Wait.
is not a
Oh,
joke.
Jesus
That
Christ.
is
She is
She
like
can't
supposed to
wrestle.
be in.
Is
Hey,
she
you
even
think
an
they're
amateur?
stopping them from
Is she
hiring
even an amateur wrestler?
No.
Does she even have an acting degree at
Nope.
anything?
She
No.
only good
Was
at
she-
lifting her leg for one thing. Come on now. What the hell they have her?
The only move she
Oh,
knows is get on her
why?
back and
Why?
not count
Was
the pin.
was she even in her drama club in high school?
I don't know.
Where part in her
Real
history
wrestling
is she qualified to teach them how to wrestle?
Real wrestling, just like real wrestling, the real.
Oh, yeah.
At least
nepotism.
Denzel Washington
Oh,
can
yeah,
do
but-
a better job.
But me and Diakis have to say something about TNA though. We went to Scott Steiner's Twitter page at Big Papa Pump.
Oh my
Oh
god.
man, he is ripping
The
those
gift
guys
that
apart.
keeps on giving.
Oh man, Diakis expand on that. I'll throw
Oh,
my
my-
2 cents in.
Pretty much what has been going on for the last couple of weeks. No, maybe it's been longer than that. He's been ripping. I mean, he's talking about how Hogan and have the power. They talk about how Hogan and freaking pretty much passing the torch to Garrett.
Yeah.
Which I don't see happening, but it's I believe I don't see it happening, but it's probably gonna happen. And he's talking about what was it something
Yeah,
about
some
docket,
lawsuit, yeah,
some docket
a
about
docket about
609 or something
Yeah,
like that.
609. 60. He tells the fans to chant 609 every time they announce because that's the name of his court case where he had to pay some stripper. He didn't pay a stripper enough to have a threesome with his wife, or not a threesome, some lesbian sex, so he could tape it with his wife. So the stripper went back to the club and told the owner, and Scott Steiner just aired all that out. He aired out Brooke Hogan getting signed. He was talking about. He said he calls Eric bitch off.
Everybody did that.
The best part is Hogan and actually put a lawsuit to Steiner. He's like, I don't care. I'm still gonna keep
Yeah, it's like another.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like another bad move by YouTube, giving me a lawsuit. LOL.
And the best part about all of this is technically he's still working for TNA.
Job
Hey,
security.
that's what I thought.
Because he's still working at Ring King Ka or whatever,
Ring
Ka King, whatever. The TNA India project. He's still with that.
And they still haven't fired him. Man, they must be really scared of that motherfucker.
Hey, this is the same
Job
guy
security
who used to
is
get.
fine.
The only reason I heard like back in the WCW days he became champion was because everyone was scared of him.
Shit, I would be too. Shit.
Largest arms in the world.
Fuck that.
And the shortest fuse.
I don't understand why WWE. I know it's getting up. I don't understand why WWE has to get in competition with TNA.
No,
They
don't.
win every damn time. Every time TNA do something that's probably copied from them, they get mad and they bring it out and whoop their versions behind. Then when they're done whooping their ass, they forget about it. I.e. Zack Ryder.
Because Vince McMahon ultra compares.
Zack Ryder freaking. They
Yeah,
made
Zack
Zack
Ryder.
Ryder
And
because of
Robbie,
that, and
yeah.
it whooped
Yeah.
their version.
Yeah, 'cause-
now once they won, they just.
'Cause if
Zack
it-
Ryder-
Well,
but-
because fans chanted, "We want Ryder," and we finally.
Because if
got
it wasn't,
Ryder,
if it was
and-
not
They
for Robbie,
pissed on him.
yeah, if
point-
it was not for Robbie E. Ryder would not be around.
To
So
his point, the
I
only
give
thing
the
I
credit
don't
to
like
TNA
that
for that.
WWE do, and what he's saying is when they take ideas from TNA.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah,
why would
take
you
anything from
Like
that?
I
Yeah, I
said,
know.
Vince McMahon's hyper
Because
competitive.
Because, law of averages states that, no matter how many terrible ideas TNA comes up with, they're bound to come up with at least one or two good ideas.
Yeah, it's called the Russo effect.
And
It's just that TNA has good ideas, they just have terrible execution.
Terrible,
From
yes, they
from
can't write.
06 to 07, those 2 years, TNA was good.
Yeah.
Oh
They
yeah.
had some great ideas.
Oh
then.
yeah. Oh yeah. That was
WWE
great.
stole some of them and used them like 2 years later.
Yeah.
So
One thing
once
that-
you forgot about TNA completely, which they buried themselves.
One thing TNA did that I liked that I wish they didn't got rid of was they did that top 10 and the fans got to pick, and then when we started picking people they didn't want, they got rid of it.
Yeah, they
Because
sure
we
did.
said we want Desmond Wolfe. They're like, but what about Jeff Hardy? Here, y'all pick Jeff Hardy. No, we want
Russo.
Desmond Wolfe.
Yeah, because
So we picked Desmond Wolfe that first week, and then next week Desmond Wolfe wasn't a choice.
yeah, then the
and-
Pope gets hurt, and
I think we put
Yeah,
Ron
I mean-
Terry in the top 10. Finally want to see him do something.
yeah,
He
then,
dropped out of it the next week.
I
Yeah.
think this might actually be a record of how long we talked about TNA.
because it got good lately.
Yeah.
It actually got good and
But we
funny.
do what we always do. We talk about these flaws.
But yes, and
But I think this is the longest I think we ever been
yeah,
on
but
TNA.
the bad thing is
Because we
Ric,
actually had good things to talk about first
yeah,
before we went to their
but
flaws.
the bad thing is Ric Flair getting drunk all the time is finally taking his toll. We won't be
So-
seeing any more of those great promos anymore.
So y'all
Diakis
wanna
used to
take
go
it?
find that promo, strip it, and play it for the fans one more time so they can hear Rick G.O.D. Flair. But to you all, I'm just playing God. State his case one last time.
Woo! Will do.
Hogan always plays with me. He thinks I'm his pond. He thinks in the massive scheme of things that I'm always going to be under his thumb. He's always going to be the biggest star. He's always going to be HH. Okay? I don't buy that. And I don't have to buy it. You know why? Because I am Rick G.O.D. Flair. In your world, I'm just playing God, okay?
All right, let's go to WWE. Oh Lord.
Impact.
Impact just took the impact out of me. Oh shit. Let's talk about some pay-per-views.
Talk about the big league.
Let's talk about Mania, man. We didn't cover Mania. Shit.
I
let's talk
wanted
about
to
Mania.
see The Undertaker lose.
He wasn't going to lose.
I
You're
was
the
so
only
mad at
one.
Mania. There was only one
Alright.
thing I wanted to see at Mania. I wanted to watch Sheamus
Oh, yeah.
versus Daniel Bryan.
Main thing was
18
just
seconds
seconds.
later. Everything else at that pay-per-view, every time I saw something I didn't like, every time there was a backstage sketch, I'm like, 18 seconds. 18 seconds. I blinked and missed it. Like my computer was buffering the stream. I missed the Daniel Bryan Sheamus match because of my internet connection.
Vince McMahon is going to come find you.
I blinked and I missed.
Okay,
Think about
Vince is going to find you.
I could care less about that match. I'm glad it did in the 18 seconds because I just wasn't feeling Sheamus, man.
Yeah.
For
But
some
no,
reason,
that-
Sheamus died.
But I was watching,
I was watching for
Daniel
Bryan,
Bryan.
cause- and the
understand
crowd,
that. I
and
want
the
to
crowd.
have a better
Understand.
opponent.
The
Yeah.
best thing that came out of all of that was yes. The chant, the crowd
Yes, the
all
chant
started
that
chanting
got
yes.
heard around
He
the
kicked-
world.
He kicked
Yeah.
off WrestleMania. Though.
Yeah, he did.
He kicked it off.
He
The
did.
rest of the night they were chanting yes,
Yes.
Yeah.
and then Monday they were chanting yes.
Yep, and
Or when
during
that
every
Alberto was out
match,
there, they were going
during
see.
every match
see,
they didn't care about. They
see.
chanted Daniel Bryan, so he won WrestleMania.
Hey, the WrestleMania was better than last year. They only had one flaw.
Undertaker winning.
No, that wasn't it. The
Yes, it is.
What's up with you?
Diva
want-
match.
Oh, what's
The
what-
Diva
what-
match.
What's
That
with
was the
you?
flaw.
Yeah,
Which
it
match?
was.
What-
The Diva match
That
was
was
a
the only
flop.
bad match to me.
Oh,
Why do you want Taker to lose? That is a milestone that needs to be kept for all time.
Like Ric Flair needs to move
I
on.
do not want
It's time for
Triple-
the Undertaker streak to move on.
I do not want Taker Street to be given to Triple H. He don't need it.
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't. He's
What?
already accomplished every other goddamn thing there's
I know.
accomplished.
He
in
except
WWE.
one. Except one. Defeating the Undertaker at WrestleMania.
He's already screwed the boss's daughter.
This is what I said.
Well, we need to screw the Undertaker.
I
Phrasing?
didn't care. I was like Joseph.
I'm
I
staying
mean,
with
I was
the
like
phrase.
Alex. I didn't want Triple H to win it either, and except for the year before when he beat the hell out of Undertaker. Now Undertaker beating him a year later don't even make sense.
but the only thing,
Undertaker aged a year.
but see, we started
He should have
WrestleMania.
got worse.
Yes,
than
but he
that.
trained vengeance.
One more thing I gotta say about that Triple H match. I wanted Triple H to win because it's supposed to be the end of an era.
Who's era?
Thank you.
But if Triple H would have beat the Undertaker, that would have been the end of it. No
Yep.
more Undertaker. Probably no more.
What
Triple H
era?
was this.
Stephanie with a gut? Shit, I don't know.
Well, she's not on camera, so it don't matter.
But like I said, Undertaker won. It's supposed to be the end of an era. What era ended? They both still.
Yeah, I know
They
it.
both still competing.
Oh yeah.
Undertaker could have walked away.
Oh yeah,
if he
to
was
summarize WrestleMania, because I was supposed to say this where we started. The only difference between this one and the last one, they had 3 good matches instead of 2 this time. So you know, that was the huge difference. 3 good matches.
Yeah, Punk and Jericho. Wasn't Punk and Jericho?
Punk and Jericho, Undertaker, Triple H, and John Cena versus Rock. Those are the only
Shane
good matches.
Orton was good.
The build up to
But
that.
Surprisingly.
It was surprisingly
It
good.
wasn't-
It wasn't top 3.
The
Top
build-
3 though.
the build
It
up
was-
to
Yeah, but it was
Jericho.
the
that
sleeper
wasn't
of the
point.
night
The
because
point
it was
that they
expected
had
to be
more than 3
terrible.
good matches.
Yeah, they had, but still, the only thing is they had three good main event matches compared to the only 2 ones they had last year. So
Okay, yeah, you put it
improvement.
that way.
But I agree with Go Ham about the Divas match. The only thing I give props to is Maria Menounos. She wrestled with a broken rib and had to dance the next night. Props. But other than that, no, that match was worth
That
it.
match was stupid.
It was so dumb. I don't know what.
They could have got rid of Bitch of Cody Rhodes match too.
Yeah, they could.
Oh
that
man,
match
that
horrible.
was so.
He should have just knocked him out. That should have been the 18-second match right there.
Yeah, they should have.
Instead of, but you know, we sort of can't turn back time. And sort of good. I'm sort of glad
But in
that
hindsight-
Sheamus and Daniel Bryan match was 18 seconds.
because
instead.
Daniel Bryan's more popular
It
than ever
just-
thanks to
It
that.
just shot his popularity through the fucking roof.
Well, that in Miami. So we have to. People should always thank Miami for getting this yes chance started because other places just started copying. Miami
Yeah.
was the original.
Yeah.
You about half those people who was in that crowd.
We're not from Miami.
Exactly.
Yeah, they weren't from Miami.
WrestleMania crowds tend to be good
But
because people go from all
All
over.
over the
But
world.
the
to
crowd,
come.
but the crowd on Raw was mostly Miami. They were still chanting yes.
No,
and
no,
dancing.
no,
It was a hangover crowd. It was a hangover
They-
crowd.
Oh,
Yeah.
And they stayed the
They
next
were
They
hanging
day.
stayed that day and went to Raw.
So they made a boot
yeah,
boot
they
cash.
helped too. But what else happened at WrestleMania?
I think no, I'm about to say the Rock Cena match actually lived
Yeah,
up to
it
the
was.
hype.
Yeah, it was
it
pretty good.
They
Yeah.
actually lived up to the hype. I didn't even care about the outcome. I didn't want to see Cena beat Rock.
I thought it was hilarious that
Yeah.
Cena could have won, but he was an ass.
If
And
that happened,
Rock
man.
won.
If that happened, man, that whole city would have burned.
Oh yeah.
That city would be like a tribute song. Watch the world
if John
burn.
Cena would have went, if he would have did the 5 Years of Doom and won. Yeah, the
The
crowd would
outcome
have been.
didn't
great.
really matter to me. I guess as a Rock fan, I didn't want to see Cena win.
Let's talk about Extreme Rules.
All right,
What
yeah,
about
Extreme
Extreme
Rules.
Rules?
Where
Oh wait, you forgot
Done.
between Mania and Extreme Rules, the end of the first Raw. You hear that?
Oh, yeah.
Hold
Oh
up.
man, when Brock
Hold
first
up.
came out,
The box is back.
I was watching with a friend of mine back in college and whatever, and he had an orgasm in his pants. Like
Oh,
he creamed himself. He's like, oh my god, and I'm like, dude, I told him like, dude, Brock is gonna come back soon. He's like, when? I don't know. And and then when that music hit, he was like, oh my god, Brock's back.
See, y'all,
Oh, we just skipped one vital match.
He did dick
won.
NYT.
We just skipped one vital match. CM Punk versus Chris Jericho at WrestleMania. That was a great match.
Yeah, that was a great match.
That was a good match.
But we all knew it would. That's why they had it built up for
Yeah.
5 months before that shit happened.
And I
Jericho
love.
wasn't even under contract. They had that match set in stone for WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Oh, so they
the
pulled a
build-
TNA. They actually had the thing booked before they actually got the performer.
The build up for that match sucked so bad.
But man,
Because there was
Oh,
so
yeah,
many
that was
ways
the
you
only
could have
problem.
made it better, and they chose
I
to
mean,
go
come
the
on,
dumb way.
beer. That's so stupid. I couldn't even.
I mean,
I couldn't
just-
even watch those segments.
I mean, some matches you don't even need to build them up. It'll just be good on.
You mean
principle.
like Debra and Punk? They had
Yeah,
2 days ago?
that match on Over the Limit was pretty good. I mean, just
And
some
it
matches.
barely needs
Some,
to
you hear 2 names, you know the match is gonna be good unless the names are Brock Lesnar and Goldberg. But that's beside the point.
No, that was
Hey,
actually
hey,
supposed
hey,
to be a good match
hey,
too,
I
but then
personally
we
like
all
the
found out
match.
why it was going to suck beforehand.
I just liked the match because it looked like they were actually fighting for like.
Oh,
a little
but
while.
no, let's get back to the Raw when he first returned, though. That Raw was great because that was when Lord Tensai came and he destroyed Yoshitatsu. You know, it was like,
it wasn't Yoshitatsu.
it wasn't.
It was some other guy.
It was
Riley.
Alex Riley, you're right.
Alex
Alex
Riley,
Riley,
yeah.
yeah, that was great.
Alex Riley almost
It
died.
was nice to see Big Show with a title, A-Train killing people again, and and see Brock Lesnar F5 and John Cena is just like 2004, one of the greatest years in wrestling, by the way. It's just like 04. It felt like 04 all over again. It was great.
I don't know. I ain't too much info for.
Oh,
that one died. That one was dying down.
Well, yeah,
Austin
but
Love, Rock was just Love. Rock came back, I think, for Mania that year.
But
it was time to pass the torch. I can hit if you want to.
Okay.
But we were talking about Extreme Rules, though. Oh, actually, we need to talk some build up to Extreme Rules. The Brock Lesnar thing, talking about contract. What the hell was that?
Yeah, that shit was just wow. I mean,
what the hell? What was that?
It was. I think it was just you know,
they were just trying to get everybody to hate Brock.
No. The contract thing that he talking about was a setup to Triple H coming the next week to get Brock Lesnar off of TV. That's all it was.
Well, yeah, you mean Heyman, don't you?
And to get
no, Brock Lesnar came the one who broke Triple H's arm.
The contract thing was also in place, you know, to get the crowd performers behind Cena. Because before, you know, most of we were going, ha, Brock Lesnar's gonna kick John Cena's ass. Yes.
Which he did for 3 weeks in a row.
Yeah, and then Power Cena.
Here's the thing. You know, WWE has a strong policy against bullying and shit. Yet they have a motherfucker on TV getting bullied by other motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Which makes absolutely
intimidated Laurinaitis into getting a new contract.
And that's what CM Punk tried to point out before he cut his mic that night.
And like what he just said about the anti-bully thing. Yeah. Don't you think these little kids gonna see big ass Brock Lesnar just like they see big ass John Cena? And they're like, oh snap, Brock Lesnar just beating up everybody. I'm gonna go do that at school tomorrow.
Yeah.
They taking lunch money. No.
He goes to the teacher and
snap,
like,
nigga.
He goes up to the teacher and be like, I've got an A on that last test. That's what Brock did. Brock basically told Laurinaitis, I'm getting paid.
Ain't that many kids big as Brock Lesnar.
So basically, Brock Lesnar went Triple H and Laurinaitis went.
Okay. Triple H more intense.
Yeah.
Triple H more imitatable. You can anybody can find a sledgehammer.
Oh shit, you're right.
But not too many people can do John Laurinaitis, and I can even mess up my lines just like him. Because I am the executive vice president of talent relations and general manager of Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown. You will respect me.
Let's talk about
Extreme Rules.
Extreme Rules.
Who got?
Let's talk about
if anyone makes fun of my voice, they will be punished.
Yeah, the match
did John Laurinaitis make it to the ring before or after his the ring announcer announced him and all his accolades?
He get to like the beginning of the
Oh yeah, we had to talk about that. So the actual match was actually very surreal, as I've seen it described.
John Cena was like 100% self-aware the whole time.
Everybody was. I mean, it was one of the coolest matches I ever seen. It was like a real fight. They was getting beat. John Cena was beating the crowd. A referee got knocked out.
What do you mean a real fight? That was no fight. That should have been on Robot Chicken's most one-sided fights. That's what that was. John Cena, I may have want call for MMA, but I wasn't expecting him to do that. I expected both of them to be able to beat up on each other. No, it was Lesnar just beating up on Cena. Cena deserved to win that match just for the fact he spent how long was that match?
I don't know,
about 15 minutes.
15 minutes getting his ass kicked for real. And 15 minutes. He did not have permission to, or he held himself from actually doing stuff back.
Due to the fact that I've been desensitized from blood due to PG, me seeing blood during that match didn't really surprise me neither, because I wasn't like, oh wow, there's blood, this ought to be good. No, I want to see Brock Lesnar. That ought to be good.
Did you see that part where Brock almost killed himself jumping over the rope?
Oh yeah, because John Cena pulled it down.
Then they went back and did it again.
That was like the dumbest part.
That was dumb shit.
I think, like, if you haven't noticed, like, that kind of reminded me. I went back and watched a couple of Brock's matches. Brock he just likes doing that as a hobby. Like, he has to have at least one part in a match where he can, like, I can almost kill myself in the ring. Let's do it!
And then the end of the match is what kills me. John Cena gets beat down for at least 14 minutes. 14 minutes and 45 seconds. It takes, well, no, more than that, because it took a minute for Brock Lesnar just to wind up so long. It took him 13 and a half minutes of getting beat down. And all it takes is a chain shot and an attitude adjustment on some steps to win. What is that?
Yeah, 3 moves, man.
3 moves? What?
3 moves can't beat no Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, I know. He gets beat for 13 minutes, and it takes 2 minutes for him to win.
Yeah, Mexican beat Brock Lesnar in about 3 hits.
You mean Cain Velasquez?
Yeah.
That's real.
Exactly. That was real.
That's real.
Yeah, that's real. He was forced to. He got beat down. His first match, he tapped out.
Oh, I remember that fight. I remember, what was it? Chavo tweeted, "Wow, Brock, you got beat by 2 Mexicans." Wow. It's like, you just have bad luck against those Mexicans.
2 Lobos and Weird Wrestling.
Wow.
Brock lost to Guerrero and him.
Whatever happened? What's happening on Extreme Rules? Was it CM Punk and Jericho again? And Chicago Street Fight?
Yeah.
That was a violent match.
Yeah, that was a pretty good match.
Yeah, pretty good match.
It was hilarious how he put him in any kind of vice. 1, 2. Oh, he kicks. Oh, he puts him in vice.
Yeah,
that was just.
Oh
wow.
man, that's funny.
Is Alvaro Del Rio too?
One of the best matches in Extreme Rules to me was that Kane Orton match, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
when it went all over the building, man.
All over the building.
That got some licks in too.
That was back in the 90s, right there,
Yeah.
where a street fight actually go all over the building. Zack Ryder and just jumped Kane. I was like, Booker T, what the hell did I think? That boy got a death wish.
Oh, there was a 2 out of 3 falls match between.
Oh yeah,
Sheamus
between
and D-Brock.
Sheamus and that was a good match.
The only thing I
match.
could like was Daniel Bryan got DQ'd within the first 5 minutes, but what he did though made perfect sense. He got DQ'd and got pinfall. I mean, he got a point immediately afterwards with the yes lock, using the DQ as a setup.
He pulled a Chris B. Know It.
Damn.
I can't say that.
You mean he shall not be named? Lord Voldemort?
You mean Chris Benoit?
You mean Dragon Ball Evolution?
I think he'll do that in I think it was an Iron Man match or something.
Brian Lesnar did that shit to Kurt Angle.
Triple H did a lot too. Triple H, when he fought Shawn Michaels, got DQ'd on purpose just to get 2 falls. He gave up a fall to get 2.
Yeah, that freaking I remember Brock Lesnar did that when he went against the Iron Man match against Kurt Angle. That shit was hilarious. He hit him with the chair and then he pinned him afterwards. He think he put him to F5 and did it again, pinned him again.
And then Layla came back at Extreme Rules 2 and won the title from that worthless Bella twin. I can't remember because they both look the same. I don't even know what the name is.
Because they're identical. Nikki.
One of them's named after a cheese, another one's named after a porn star, and that's beside the point. What, Brie? You never heard of Brie Cheese, nigga? And you never heard of Nikki Benz?
I heard Nikki Benz.
Yeah. Okay.
I heard Brie.
But let me say something about that match.
You just said Nicki Minaj.
Let me say something about
Man,
that.
fuck that hoe. That plastic bitch. Put it next to a can and watch her melt.
They should have just gone with the karma angle.
Yeah, that's what I want to see.
Because not taking the title of Delphine.
But see, you can't rush Carmen though, because she's emotionally distressed. I mean, she had a miscarriage. I understand that.
Yeah.
It was disappointing, but I
But
understood.
that's not the reason they did it. The reason because they got leaked.
Yeah, that too.
They got leaked.
I'm about to say, Victor Man care about feelings.
No, it's just common sense. You don't send a woman who just had a miscarriage. She has to lose. She has to
They
lose.
keep Mark Henry with
She has
that
to
injury.
lose. She has to lose the pregnancy weight too. That too. So you can't just. You can't throw out their fat. They won't watch that. They want to see Awesome Kong before she had.
I'm gonna be very.
No, but they don't want to be overly huge because she'll be out.
What else is new?
She'll be out of shape.
Let's talk about Over Limit real quick.
Oh yeah, Over Limit, yeah, which you just ran through. It wasn't the greatest pay-per-view, but it was pretty good.
It was decent. I mean, they had the
Punk Brian was good.
Yes.
Beth Layla was surprisingly amazing.
Before we go on to this pay-per-view, one thing WWE been doing good, what I said to y'all earlier before we started this, they're building up their low-level pay-per-views now. They're making them worth watching. It started with Money in the Bank last year. Because Money in the Bank wasn't no big pay-per-view. It was basically supposed to be for them fucking ladder match. But Punk made that pay-per-view good. And they've been doing it ever since.
Right.
I know.
That's why Extreme Rules, they had Brock Lesnar. They could have saved Brock Lesnar for a big pay-per-view.
For SummerSlam.
They brought him for, they brought him for Extreme Rules. They probably still going to do that. But they brought him for Extreme Rules.
Yeah, they're going to be the rematch.
And now look how good Over the Limit was. And like you were saying before I went into that, how surprisingly good Layla and Beth Phoenix match was.
Yeah,
match.
Yeah, that was shocking.
Reverse stunner thing was crazy.
Yeah, the neck breaker, the sit-out neck breaker. Yeah, but it's amazing that Layla's the only one that progressed. This means you, Kelly, at least Layla's progress. You've moved. You
should have saw Layla before she got injured. She was actually.
She was coming up, but now she's good. Kelly has not moved one step. She's moved half an inch, and she still got 12 feet to go. I mean, it's too much. They need to release her like they did the Bella twins, because just like the Bellas, it's hopeless.
And
it's hopeless.
She didn't say that shit to Randy Orton.
best female don't have to progress.
No, she's fine.
She's fine.
Yeah.
So,
Nobody.
the rest of them are progressing. And the whole Kelly being released ain't gonna happen.
Ain't nobody.
Eye candy.
Yeah,
Nobody.
because she's on Maximum Top
Boy.
100.
Yeah,
I got
because she's sleeping around.
Let's talk about the Christian coming back.
Christian came back.
It was anticlimactic.
Yeah, it was like whatever.
Yeah,
I mean,
it really was.
it was
But
like,
as long as he defends the Intercontinental title every week, I'll be happy.
what tripped me out was like, wasn't like 2 months ago he was still a heel,
One more
and
match.
then he suddenly no, it wasn't even that. It wasn't even that when Lauren Ives was talking about Lauren Ives and Teddy Long were talking about their campaign or whatever.
Yeah.
They're campaigning against each other.
Yeah, he
who should
came
run
out
both
in
shows or
defense of
whatever.
Lauren Ives,
He
yeah.
came out, and that's the heel general manager.
Yeah, he joined
But
our
like
team
just
and
like that, he
He
flipped.
turns face because Cody Rhodes talked shit.
Fucking Russo is working
Yeah, I
there.
know,
He was facing the Battle Royal. You looked at it because otherwise, I don't see why would Miz join up with David O'Turner to get rid of Christian.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That didn't make sense. That's right out of Christian playbook.
that is a
If
that's
anybody,
a,
Christian
yeah.
would have been trying to do it with one of them.
That's a
Yeah.
blind heel turn right there. Heel face turn. So shit. Nobody
But-
saw that shit coming.
let-
What other matches happened?
That Kane match was.
Kane versus Ryder.
Oh, he
Kane
did?
Yeah, that was the pre-match.
pre-show.
It's
I don't
official.
even watch
Ryder is
Oh,
pretty
Ryder's
much.
dead.
Yeah.
Because the power of Cena compelled him.
Let me get
No,
Kane
more like the
destroyed.
fans stopped giving a shit.
No, it was
about
Kane
Ryder.
just threw him around the ring and
it was competitive. I read it. It was competitive, but
That
then,
Ryder can't be no
then,
competitive.
then,
Kane.
then he tried to hit him with the rough rider.
Kane
He got
supposed to come
choked
back
out.
as this monster. How he gonna be in a competitive match with Zack Ryder?
Well, it was
He was
competitive.
sleeping.
It was pretty competitive. Then he tried the rough rider a second time.
Talk about Punk and
Punk
D. Bryan.
D. Bryan. Oh yeah, one of the greatest. Two of the greatest wrestlers.
Yes.
Two of the greatest wrestlers ever.
Oh boy.
They had a match. It was good. I liked the crowd. The crowd was hot for it again.
What made the crowd good? They was on both sides.
Yeah, it was
all
on both
Punk,
sides.
like you would expect.
Yeah.
I guess because D. Bryan.
It's doing so damn good with his job.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh boy.
he's not wearing it out. I mean, he's just doing it. He's just doing it how it should be done. Damn it.
Yeah, he's a better heel than he was a face.
I mean, people say
Because as a face, he had no personality. As a heel, he has personality.
Well, actually, he attacked Michael Cole. That was a good thing. But now,
and people like talk about that.
Really
Daniel Bryan has no.
good.
If people talking about he has no
got
mic
his
skills or
hands
whatever,
on.
and he just proved them wrong.
Yeah,
No, because he didn't have a
Big time.
character with it. Because as a face, he was just like, I'm a vegan and I like
Oh
submission
yeah,
wrestling.
the heel.
That's
the
all
heel,
he was.
The
That's
heel
all he was.
vegan was so funny
That shit-
because I'm a vegan, and that
I'm
means
a role model.
I'm a role model. You guys just put down your hamburgers and your pork sausages and your diet soda. Yeah,
Y'all saw the promo before that Punk Bryan match though. That crazy bitch had them eyes.
Oh,
yeah.
man,
Oh
last,
dear
oh my God, Monday, last Raw,
CM
Monday Night Raw.
Punk left right at the right moment. She had them eyes. She had.
Oh yeah, on Monday
That
night.
where it looked like AJ was eye fucking Punk. I mean, just her eyes alone.
All
just-
up
And
in the
what was
arms
the
of
what
all
was the
these.
crying thing?
What's up? What's up?
Restraining order.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and what was
Hey,
and
hey,
wait,
hey,
what
And then the best part, Punk said, like,
Whitey,
you know, I kind of
hey,
like crazy girls.
Those don't work, man.
Whitey,
Those don't
and
work.
Whitey, what was
I'm
with
glad
what
you
was
know
with the crying thing? She cried. Punk said, "Oh, stop crying." She stops crying on the cue and starts staring. I was like, "What the hell?"
Because he's
What the
older
hell?
right now. I'm telling you, Punk should go ahead, man. He
No,
got it right
Punk
where
is
he
smart.
was.
See AJ. No.
The team of Titus O'Neil and Black
That's why I was referencing.
and Black Cena is
Black
pretty
Cena.
good.
That's
It's
why I
just-
was referencing
There's
him.
some homo things they gotta work out there.
Yeah.
Millions of
the
dollars.
millions of dollars.
I mean-
that thing, they have to work out this windshield wiping thing. What is that?
What else? What else can they work out? No, you know what?
Darren Young.
Another thing they need to work out:
What?
the colors of their trunks.
Yeah.
That lime green, what the fuck they doing?
Yeah, what is
That
that?
shit look gay as fuck,
Highly
man.
visible.
I
Boy.
guess they want to be seen.
Yeah, they being seen, alright, by the wrong people.
They were wearing teal like another week.
HBK.
No.
You said they being
Orlando Jordan.
And then,
No,
talking about-
that's a whole
so we
different
talking
level.
about
No,
new
that's a
team.
whole different level.
Then we talking about the new team. Hawkins and what's his partner name? Rick.
Yeah, they
Tyler,
did.
what's them
Team
wearing
Watch.
black and pink? Who they supposed to be? The New Heart Foundation?
That's what it seems like, yeah.
yeah.
Speaking of New Heart Foundation, Tyson Kidd's been actually on a roll lately. He's had some good matches.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she got ran over by
They should have
freaking
kept
your
Harry
boy.
Smith.
Oh, so didn't he just get jobbed?
They should
He
have
got job 3 weeks ago.
Yeah,
to,
but he's on
Antonio Cesaro.
NXT. Like on NXT, he's been on a roll.
Yeah, they got rid of Harry Smith.
Well,
But they should have kept that team together. That was the stupidest thing.
See, that's what they should do more often to build the talents. They should attack the top heel or face, and they would get over quick.
That's what the top
They
heel
did what he
face
did.
was
It's not
used for.
The problem is the power is Cena.
No, it's not Cena fault. It's Vince McMahon and stupid writers. They don't know how to write stuff.
Cena wanted to go with it. Cena wanted to go heel, but the writers keep saying no.
It's like they
The
don't.
power of Cena.
The power of Cena will
It's
touch
not
you
the
and
power.
you shall be healed.
It's not the power of
You
Cena.
shall be healed.
It's the power of the almighty dollar.
Yes, because
like,
if he would have went heel,
nobody said.
if he would have went heel, the profits are up here. They went
So
right there.
Wait,
He wanted to go heel. He said he wouldn't mind going heel.
Yeah.
No, he wanted. He said he wanted to go heel, but the writer said no.
Hogan went heel and that helped.
Oh, but
that
that was the WCW. Yeah.
Taking a big risk that worked beautifully.
Yeah.
Well, no,
for some years.
actually, if you go back into in time, the crowd hated Hogan, so they had to turn him heel because the crowd was sick of him. Everybody hated Hogan in '94, '95. So that's why they did New World Order, because everyone already hated him, so they had to give him a reason to hate him.
But Cena don't.
Because everybody was sick of Hogan.
But Cena don't have to go all the way heel. He can just go more neutral than just full blown.
Oh, you mean Eddie Guerrero? They ain't gonna do that.
I mean, instead of him being
Make him an anti-hero?
Instead of being 10 for 10 in the face, he could be 5 out of 10. He ain't go full zero. He ain't go full zero, full blown Triple H.
I actually think they will never do that because WWE actually gives props to Eddie for being the only one that was ever like that completely.
But that's what I say they should do with Cena. First of all, Stone Cold turned heel, and the only way it worked because he hooked up with Vince McMahon.
That's the only way.
Cena could do the exact same thing
And just
with
hook
John
up a
Laurinaitis.
yeah.
And here's the good
And
thing
be the
about
corporate
it.
champion.
Here's the plus that will come off of Cena turning heel. Cena will run through half the competition as a heel, so you could be building up a face. You could be building somebody else up. Not Punk, he's already there.
Also, Cena as a heel, all the older fans is going to instantly like him too, especially if he does get an edge to him as being a heel. The only way that fans are going to 100% turn on Cena is that he goes heel and just becomes just totally self-aware.
Right.
Like he needs, you know, like how he gets sometimes where he's like, you know, this isn't how this is going down. I'm going to win.
To get us back in
You
line.
know how he does have his self-aware moments. He needs to just go 100% self-aware as a heel and just be like, oh, I'm taking this guy on. He's not going to win because I'm going to shoulder tackle, spinning powerbomb. You can't see me. Drop a fist and attitude adjustment, and I'll win like every other time.
Oh, so you think I'm more of a prick than Chris Jericho?
Yes.
Cena don't have to be like how Austin was. Austin was beatable. They turned Kurt Angle into super Kurt Angle.
To make him beat Austin.
No more. Cena can still be super Cena in a sense. But they'll be heel and they'll be running through the competition.
Yeah.
They'll be an arrogant person who just beats everybody.
Yeah.
Cena, everybody knows Cena's the man right now. Why don't he just realize that he is?
Because the writers don't like
That's what I'm saying. He should
Yeah,
go totally
that's what you were
self-aware.
saying, yeah.
Every
That's what
great-
you were saying. That's what I'm
every-
saying. He ain't got to be like how Austin was where people were being Austin ass.
Every great wrestler of that company in past and present have went long times of faces, then turned heel. What's so hard about turning him heel?
Money.
What's so hard?
Merchandise. Kids.
Yeah,
Little
it's
Jimmy's
just
and
like
their
Stone
parents'
Cold
They can
money.
push-
change.
They can push other superstars
Rock.
to be that
That's what
face
I
that
was
Cena
saying. They
plays.
could be
Rock.
Yeah,
building
but
somebody
here's the
else.
problem. They don't have anybody who can do it other than Randall. And do we really want to see Randall versus Cena again? Except the only thing
it would
that's
be better
different this
this
Don't
time
even
is
bring that
Randall's
up,
a face
Whitey,
and
'cause
Cena's
that
a
makes-
heel.
Yeah,
that
that's
makes
what
me
I'm saying.
sick.
It would be better. You know, Orton and Cena gonna have to face each other again. They're gonna be in the
Don't
company
say
for
that.
another,
That makes me sick.
They're gonna be in the company for
The
another
mention of
7
Red,
years, probably.
the mention of Orton versus Cena makes my stomach turn.
They're gonna be in the company together for another 7
Except
years.
this time it's going to be
Every-
different. This
it's
time
just like-
Cena's a heel and Randall's the
Every
face.
time, you know
I
how
see
much
it that
Stone
time,
Cold
but
and The Rock
It's
fought
not
each
gonna
other?
happen.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Triple H
Because
and
When their
Randall
careers
is the
come to
number
an
2
end,
guy
just
in the
like Rocky
company.
and Austin did, they're gonna fight each other.
Because unfortunately, WWE, there's only 2 people that matter in that company: Randall and Cena. Everyone else is just, oh yeah, Randall, Cena, Triple H, and Undertaker. If you're not those 4 people, go fuck yourself. That's pretty much
All right,
how
but
it is in that
to
company.
get us back in line, we need to go back to what we were originally supposed to be talking about, which is what are we thinking of Laurinaitis so far?
I enjoy him.
Me personally,
I find Big Johnny to be very entertaining.
Fuck him.
you need a John Laurinaitis, cause
I like them better though.
that's why I like.
I liked him better when he first started out, when he was kind of clueless that everybody hated him. Now he's just evil boss number, 600. Like, I liked him when he first started out, when he was kind of evil, but he was, like, too, like, he had no clue he was evil. Like, I don't know what it was. He was like kind of like a pointy-haired boss type, you know, clueless, empty suit. And I liked him then, but now he's evil. And
I'm gonna tell you why.
he's not as
Oh
entertaining.
yeah, he was
Because
seeing
now, what we all wanted, we wanted Cena out the title picture. John Laurinaitis being whatever he is now and keep throwing all this shit at
You
Cena.
mean Executive Vice President,
Yeah.
Talent Relations, and General Manager of Friday Night Raw and Monday Night
can't keep
SmackDown?
doing this.
You say that
Not
one
all-
more fucking
not all
time.
that. I'm talking about him just being
I'm gonna
heel and
bleep it
throwing
out.
all these stupid stipulations at Cena. It takes Cena out of the title picture.
Yep.
Now other people can
Yeah.
be in the title picture.
Which
Cena,
I was happy
and you
about.
can still use Cena. Cena
Yeah.
can still be a face right now.
Because he
Because
fighting.
he's feuding with John Laurinaitis.
And he's few with different wrestlers. Not
Regardless
the
of-
same 4 or 5.
Remember
No, 2 or 3.
Remember when Austin and Vince McMahon did it? And you seen Dude Love fight on Stone Cold at one point? Had Undertaker and Kane fight Austin at one point? That's basically what John Laurinaitis is doing with Big Show.
Regardless of all
And,
the
and
positive,
Tensile.
all the positive that's happening with him for being heel, I must reiterate, fuck him.
But I'm alright with it. It's
John
just.
Laurinaitis gold.
It's
That's all I
just,
gotta
I'm
say.
alright with it because he made SmackDown. It's kind of better because I hadn't seen a tag match be a main event in the past 2 weeks. So I'm happy about that.
We're gonna have
No,
a tag team match, players.
SmackDown feels something.
I know, but still, we ain't got to deal with some tag match as the main event like we used to with Teddy. Because I got tired. I didn't notice it till late because everybody else seemed to call. I was a little naive to it. I didn't notice it till before he got lost his job that he always made tag team matches. And I realized I'm starting to hate tag team matches because they don't have a tag division.
Did he make them or did people in charge make them?
Well,
Both.
of course, but
But
people
yeah.
in charge, man. But Teddy Long has to.
Yeah,
be
he
the
has
one.
In
to
other words,
I'm shooting the
fuck
messenger.
them too.
I'm shooting the messenger.
Hey,
No,
SmackDown
fuck
used to
that.
start off the
Fuck
same
him
way.
too.
Yeah.
He used to-
Let's break it down this. Sheamus in the ring.
He talks about
Del
I'm the-
Rio comes out, start talking this little crap. Then they get into a fight.
Then D-Bry
Then
comes
Jericho
out.
come out.
Yeah.
And then helps Del Rio. Then Orton comes out. Then Teddy Long come out.
Uh,
Hold
tag.
on, players.
Hold on, players.
Hold on, players. I got a main event tonight, and we all know what the main event
It's
is.
Sheamus and a tag.
And that's why every week we're on
Yeah,
SmackDown.
that's every
It's still doing that.
No, my
No,
point
it's
is exactly,
not,
it
not,
still
the past,
sucks.
not the past couple of weeks. They
Man,
been
when
one
I
match.
looked at the beginning, I see Sheamus with microphone talking. This
But
time,
it didn't lead
just
to a
different-
tag match.
Just different people showing
That's the
up.
point.
Hey,
It didn't lead to a
come
They
tag
on,
still
match.
start the
Nobody,
same way.
you know why? Because they had the Fatal 4-Way match set up, so they could throw one-on-one
Yeah,
matches
oh, that's good.
that you
yeah.
wouldn't go see at the pay-per-view.
Good.
They just do that for SmackDown because they hate SmackDown.
I know one thing
Simple.
WWE needs to do. They need, like,
They
for me
need-
to be happy, they just need 2 people to debut from FCW, and I'll be happy with them for a while.
No, they need.
Get Dean Ambrose and Cassius Ohno, and I'll be happy for a while.
They need. No, they need
They're
to
gonna
get.
buried like Alex Riley and McGillicuddy
Oh no,
and
they.
McIntyre
No,
Why?
they need to get.
because that's what WWE
No,
does.
they need to get
They
a
get
Laurinaitis a speech handler. Somebody who can tell them to
Talk
talk faster.
What you doing now? It's funny though. It's perfect.
his voice is hilarious.
I know, but the way he talked, he couldn't even say "go to hell" without taking a pause. So for you
need to
SmackDown
go
fans,
to hell.
SmackDown fans, you need to remember my last words. You can all go to hell. And he's breathing. It's like he's taking a deep breath. You can all go
Vince
to
McMahon used to do it like
hell.
that. Vince McMahon used to do it in a similar way. You can all go to
That's how McMahon would say it.
Speaking of folks on the mic, what about Booker T and Michael Cole?
Oh my god.
Oh man, oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's
Booker
great.
He said so
I think
much
they
random
even
crap at over the limit, it wasn't even funny.
Oh man, Booker T, the
Call
stuff.
during the line
That'd
of
be
match.
John.
Oh yeah, the hate that is spewed from Booker T towards Cole is amazing. You know what, Cole? I had a dream one time and you died. I hate you, Cole.
What the hell is ragtagging mean anyway?
He's
ragtag that boy.
That boy right there reminds me of a young man named Booker T.
Speaking of Booker T, John Laurinaitis went 5 times. 5 times.
Oh, she was too funny.
Five times.
Oh,
That woman,
was
this a
hilarious.
woman in the crowd grabbed the mic, told him to wake up.
Wake up! What the hell?
She wear a DX shirt.
I know.
Old DX shirt too.
Maybe she got paid to do that.
No,
No,
that was,
she's just
that
a
was-
lifelong
You can
fan.
tell on her face after she did it. She looked to the side.
Yeah, she was looking for
caught.
security.
Yeah.
She's like, oh fuck.
I'm on camera.
Somebody yelling at her real quick. Don't touch the superstar.
Everybody else do it.
Glad I don't know about y'all, but I'm glad they're gone. They were 2 of the worst wrestlers I've ever seen, female or male. I said 2 of the worst, not the worst. 2 of the worst I've ever seen. They are horrible. Who's ever seen a one-legged drop kick that wasn't planned to be one-legged? Nobody. John Morrison did his one-legged because it was meant to be that way. And when you do a crossbody, you don't have your legs dragging this way, your torso this way, because you're going to get somebody a concussion that way. I'm so glad they got fired. The only thing is, I share sentiments with Whitey. They did not get a chance to get beat up by Austin Cole, which I wanted to see when she first got signed. I was like, oh yeah, Bella Twins is happening. She got pregnant and it never happened because they released it.
I don't think it ever was going to
happen. It was gonna happen. It was
your fantasy.
It was gonna happen. It was happening.
You didn't want to see
that was the storyline.
You didn't want to see a gigantic black woman just destroy 2 Italian or Latino, whatever they are, females, leave them lay down in the ring.
Yes, because they suck. Because they suck.
You know what? They could have took Extreme Rules. After Layla beat her, she could have came out there and just destroyed her.
Send them home. Yeah, because they were 2 of the worst. No fundamentals, no nothing. I don't understand how Vince liked them.
But everything they did outside the ring.
Because they were hot, identical twins. How many times do I need to say
that?
Twins
and everything else they did outside the ring.
We are actually giving them the time of day.
Yes, because I'm down on them because they suck.
Because we know they suck.
Twincest.
It's been sucked, but they shouldn't got one saying. They should have got something in the middle.
One-legged drop kick. I
have one thing to say to end this. Because you have to opinion on one that matters. Will he hit?
Together they're an 8, individually they're a 4.
Yeah, he said
You're
that
not
one, so
yeah,
I gotta teach you a lesson in cutting off people. But anyway, yeah, I'd hit it. Yeah, that's the end of Real Wrestling episode 13.
Until she calls me the big bad.